You know, in English, the is just the. It's simple, right? But if you're learning Spanish, you've probably noticed it's not quite that easy. Today, we're going to crack the code on why Spanish has 4 different words for the, and I promise by the end of this, you'll be able to master them in no time. Let's dive in.
So this is the big question, isn't it? Why on earth does Spanish need 4 words, el, la, los, and las, to do a job that English handles with just one? It might seem totally random at first, but trust me, there's a really simple and honestly pretty clever system hiding right under the surface.
And the answer to this whole mystery? It's surprisingly simple. It all comes down to what I like to call 2 secret keys. Once you get these 2 keys, you won't just understand the rule. Picking the right word for the is going to become second nature. And here they are, gender and number. Now, in Spanish, you can think of every single noun, every person, place, or thing, as having these 2 little labels attached to it. So let's break down what that actually means. First up, we've got gender. In Spanish, every noun is either grammatically masculine or feminine. Now, don't try to find real-world logic here. A book, libro, is masculine, while a table, mesa, is feminine. It just is. But here's a super helpful trick. A ton of masculine words end in O, like libro, and a whole bunch of feminine words end in A, like mesa. That's a great place to start. And then we have number. This one's way easier. It's exactly what it sounds like. Are we talking about one thing, singular, or more than one, plural? Okay, let's ease into this and start with the singulars. This is when we're just talking about one single item. Nice and simple. All right, first step to the plate, we have el. And the rule is dead simple. If your noun is masculine and it's singular, just one of them, you use el. Let's see how that works. For example, you would say el libro for the book, el carro for the car, and el gato for the cat. See? Each of these things is singular and masculine, so they all get el. Simple as that. Now, for the other side of the singular coin, if you have a noun that's feminine and there's only one of it, you're going to use la. Think of it as the direct partner to el. So you'd say la mesa for the table, la casa for the house, and la niña for the girl. Makes sense, right? One feminine noun always gets la. Awesome. You've already got half of them down. Seriously. Now let's see what happens when we start talking about more than one thing. It's time to meet the plurals. So what do you think happens when el goes plural? It becomes los. This is your go-to word for any group of masculine items. So that one el libro we had before, now it becomes multiple los libros, the books. Same logic applies for los perros, the dogs, and los estudiantes, the students. And I bet you can guess this last one. If our singular la becomes plural, yep, you got it, it's las. This is our 4th and final article, and we use it for all things that are feminine and plural. So la mesa turns into las mesas, the tables. And you'd also say las flores for the flowers and las niñas for the girls. And just like that, you've met all 4 words for the. But now for the best part. Let's put this all together and look at the complete pattern. This is where you get that aha moment. And here it is. This is where it all just clicks into place. Look at this simple grid. Everything is perfectly organized by gender and number. Do you need a masculine singular? It's el. Feminine singular? La. Masculine plural? Los. And feminine plural? Of course, it's las. It's a perfect, predictable system. There's no guesswork involved at all. So, when you boil it all down, the single most important thing to remember is this. Picking the right the in Spanish is just a matching game. All you have to do is figure out the noun's gender and its number, and then you just pick the article that matches. That is the entire secret.